And I got a call along with my predecessor in the police to come out with a press release that our associations support Governor Walker in the bill. Now, that's real talk. We got a call. We both got the phone call about 2 minutes apart from each other. We were sitting having lunch. This was after the press conference. Well, it took us a little time because we had to talk to our constituents. We had to talk to our executive boards. But not only did we tell them no, but we told them hell no. And I'm going to tell you why. I like to go back to a saying that not a saying. Richard. But it's when the Nazis came into Germany.
How are you?
And this was a saying by a doctor that came from because he was mad about the inactivity of the German intellects.
Good to see you, Pete.
It's called First They Came. It said, first they came for the communists, and I didn't speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the Social Democrats, and I did not speak out because I was not a Social Democrat. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I am not a Jew. But then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. So we are here, and we're going to continue to be here every day. And the firefighters will continue to be here. I'm going to tell you a couple of points in the bill that makes no sense. That has nothing to do with budget crisis. That has nothing to do with solving the state's budget problems. You cannot deduct any union dues from payroll. AFSCME will lose 80% of its money within the first month. You have to recertify your union every year by a standing vote of 51% of your membership. So, if you have 300 people in your union, you only have 100 people come to that union meeting. All 100 say, yeah, we want to be part of the union. We want to be able to negotiate for our hours, working wages, and working conditions. Doesn't matter, because you only had 100 people there. You need 151 people there to vote yes. And if you don't get that vote, your union is decertified. And if you do, but even if you do get that vote, the only thing that you can bargain for is wages, base wages, not health insurance, not pension, just base wages. And you cannot get a raise anything over current inflation, CPI, the Consumer Price Index. Everybody has to pay into their pension, 5.8% into their pension, 50% of the employer's share, 12.6% in health care premium benefit. Now imagine a two-teacher household where they're making, the average salary for a teacher in the state of Wisconsin is $22,000, not including benefits. Now imagine a two-teacher household, husband and wife, trying to take care of 2 or 3 kids. That is going to be a $1,500 to $2,000 a month real money hit on their salary after taxes. Now, how are we supposed to survive? Well, we're not. But we got news for them. Right here in Portland, we're asking for good paying jobs. And that's why groups like Job for Justice are so important, because they're bridging a gap. And right now we have a gap even in the state of Wisconsin between the community, between faith, and between the union movement. But I'm going to tell you, this is not a movement. We have to make sure that this is a way of life.
Yeah!
So I'm asking, matter of fact, I'm telling our elected officials to do the job that we have asked them to do on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. And that is to take care of America and take care of common, decent Americans. Our teachers, our nurses, our firefighters, police officers. We need you to go there and do the job that we asked you to do, that we're telling you to do. That is to take care of us. Not bring this conflict, not divide America, but bring America together. Because we need a balance right now. We don't have that. We need a better job. And I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in an emergency. And that's why as firefighters we're responding every day. We are in an emergency with our lives, and we're in a fight of our lives. But don't mistake this as a movement. This has got to be our way of life. We had a tractorcade. Now, farmers are not involved in the bill, at least not the first bill. We had over 1,600 tractors come down to Capitol Hill in Madison, Wisconsin for 45 miles. Now imagine their gas mileage, what they get in a tractor. But 1,600 tractors came together, farmers came together to support in solidarity their brothers and sisters, not in the union movement, but in the middle class movement. And that's unbelievable. So we have to remember why Wisconsin matters. Now you may think it's because of the cheese. You may think it's because of the Green Bay Packers. I'm actually a Bears fan, but that's the first time I got booed up here. But we have to remember, there's a sign out here I thought that said injury to one is an injury to all. There it is. We have to remember that. We need rallies like this to make sure that our movement is sustainable. A lot of people have curtailed this to the civil rights movement. But I'm going to tell you, if there is one critique of the civil rights movement, is that people became somewhat complacent. They became complacent with some of the many victories that they won. Brown versus the Board of Education in Topeka, Kansas. The Voting Rights Act of 1964 and 1965. And many other landmark legislation that happened during that time. But they stopped taking it to the streets. They stopped taking it in protests, organizing sit-ins at restaurants and businesses. Now maybe there was no need for these type of tactics anymore. Maybe the battle shifted from the streets to the courthouses. Maybe. But just maybe, we lost our sense of urgency and our sense of outrage. My sisters and brothers, I'm here to